Currently on the screen is another view from the International Space Station. This was recorded earlier today. I was hoping that the imagery might have provided some on Tropical Cyclone Linda, which has now been downgraded by the Bureau of Meteorology. This cloud could be the Gove Northern Territory area where we have another tropical system. Welcome to another update from the 4th to 13th AU team for Wednesday the 14th of March. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has Linda located 411 nautical miles northeast of Brisbane, tracking west-southwest at around 8 knots. That's over the last 6 hours. Intensity is around 45 knots. The cyclone is tracking west-southwest along the western periphery of a subtropical ridge that is amplified to the east. Upper level analysis indicates the system is in an area high 25 to 35 knot vertical wind shear. Here's the latest NOAA floaters. And the Bureau, whilst downgrading to tropical low, says it's subtropical. And one could ask, how do they define a subtropical system when warm sea surface temperature is around 30 Celsius? Tropical systems, as we know, track down to the south of New Caledonia. Port Macquarie is basically where the subtropical region starts, and how the Bureau can say that the tropical low is subtropical. However, leaving that aside, sea surface temperature 27 to 28 Celsius, and it's expected to move southward. A mid-latitude trough is propagating into the area from the west, bringing dry air that is being entrained into the cyclone and leading to the dissolution of all evident deep convection in the cyclone. It will continue to track southwestward, then turn south along the periphery of the steering ridge. Now this is a look at ex-tropical cyclone Linda up to a few hours ago. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre remains uncertain in the track speed and degree of the southward turn. Wave height has decreased from 28 to 20 feet. The Bureau of Meteorology Northern Territory Office is now monitoring a low pressure system which is expected to become a tropical low. Now here is a look at late cycle intensity guidance, and here's the latest. Developing tropical low 1004 millibars located 10 south 130 degrees east. Forecast 101 millibars near 10 south 131 clockwise winds developing 15 to 25 knots with moderate to rough seas, increasing to 20 to 33 knots with rough to very rough seas. Rain areas, scattered showers, thunderstorms within 240 nautical miles of the low. Now, here's some further tracks on Linda. And the Western Australia Bureau Meteorology Office is also monitoring a weak low pressure system, 1008 millibars, to be located near 39 south or 121 degrees east. Now here's a look at various models, their tracks on ex-Linda, starting with the Canadian model CMC. In the morning we will have a comprehensive update on the developing tropical weather scene. We've got a possible tropical cyclone, Madagascar. And there's another area of interest in the Indian Ocean. There's another system, Bay of Bengal. Now we have a look at the Pivotal Weather website. This is the GFS model. They're picking up on this tropical low, RFUSC, going to track down, adopt a possible westerly track, then curve back. And whilst the Coral Sea is quietening down, here's the latest upper level divergence, a very healthy across the top end of Australia, wind shear. "24-hour shear tendency," and going by this, it looks like the wind shear is to drop. But for my own personal position, I don't think ex-tropical cyclone Linda is going to disappear. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre still has Fraser Island in its cone of uncertainty. Now another one of pressure and wind speed in knots. And towards the end of this model run, you could probably see a couple of other possible tropical signals up there in the Solomon Island region. And here's the NCEP. It's a spaghetti plot on Linda. Now here's the warning area under a severe weather warning for dangerous surf and abnormally high tide, and total accumulated rainfall. The scales on the bottom of the screen. Areas of interest are the yellow through dark brown.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, which has had a revamp and is still under reconstruction, but take a look. Also YouTube, of course, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good idea. Visit Force 13. We're also on Facebook under the same name, of course, and you can like us on there, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text for those. You can also add Force13 on Skype or my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.